All right, well, welcome back to Life at the Lodge. I'm not actually at the main lodge right now. As I'm sure you can tell if you've watched any of the previous videos, I'm actually at Sophie's cabin. It actually says so right there on the cabin, so there's no getting away from it. I'm staying here for a few days because we're doing a kitchen renovation at the main lodge, and with everything tore apart, it's just easier. And it's fun. You know, I built this place as a place to have when we have the main lodge rented, but I actually really enjoy staying here. I like the wood stove. I like that it's actually small and somewhat cozy. And it's just different than being at the big lodge with everything that goes with it. Going to do a look back video today. It's going to be a video that I did maybe 10, 12 years ago for the show Hardcore Hunter TV. It's the two biggest moose that I've ever shot. It was two shows that we put out. So I'm going to just put them together as one. We'll call it back-to-back bulls. It was a hunt that, like all moose hunts, because moose hunting is my favorite type of hunting of all. It was a hunt that I really enjoyed, especially the first one, because we actually stayed in the woods, in tents, camped out, and went hunting every day. So I thought it'd be cool to put the video out. There are two issues with the video I wanted to mention. One is more for me than anybody else. Issue one, when I edited the old footage, couldn't believe how much younger I looked in the footage. I was probably in my late 40s, 46, 48, something like that. I can't actually even remember. And in my mind anyways, looked quite a bit younger than what I look right now in my early 60s. I'm actually 61. So there's that. Nothing I can do about that. It is what it is, and I guess as long as I'm still doing videos, I'm on the right side of things. The second issue is the quality of the footage. Now, when we first started doing videos, there was no such thing as ultra high definition 4K, 5K, 8K videos. Everything back then was done on a video camera. Video cameras had little cassette tapes, and everything went onto that. And when we actually first started, there wasn't even high definition cameras. They came in, I think, about a year later, which we transitioned to, but the quality of the video back then is not the same as the quality of the video that you see today. We're trying very, very hard to put out the best quality videos we can that will play on YouTube. Now, there's a whole issue with YouTube. I'm not going to get into it, but YouTube has a thing where they take our videos and they compress them down so that the quality that they're filmed in and the quality that we see when we edit them and play them back is not the quality that you see on television when you just click on YouTube. It's just the way it is. They have millions of videos and need the storage space, so they wind up compressing them down. There are a couple things I can do about that, and we are working diligently to get around the compression issue so that the videos going forward will be in true 4K, 30, 60, 120 frames per second, and hopefully come across well on your television show. But these don't. They're a little older, but I think they're really cool videos, and I hope you do too. So enjoy. Every trip to Newfoundland starts exactly the same way. We're going for a boat ride. Once we're on the island, it's another 2 hours of driving through some of the most beautiful but rugged territory you will ever see. Alright, we just landed in Newfoundland. We got back to where we wanted to be. We're going to spend probably the next 7 days here hunting moose, and then we're going to move to another spot. So we're setting up our deluxe wall tents. Perry, brother, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're going to try to do you proud on putting them together, so we're going to film this whole operation. Hopefully it goes well, and you know, we don't make fools of ourselves. So here we go. There you go, one tent done, set. Took us exactly half an hour. I wish that was it, but now we have another one to set up and everything else. So I'm gonna stop recording the installation part of it, and we'll get back when everything's all done. So stay tuned. So we got to set up with a cooktop stove and barbecue accessory. Gotta have good food. If you're in camp for a week, you've got to have good food. This is our tent. Again, one bunk for Brian and one bunk for myself. Ours is set up a little different. With the tent, you can put the stove in the center of the back, or as you've seen in the other one, you can put it out the side. We got everything all set up with our food on tables right here. And of course, no camp is complete without facilities. So we have everything all set up. We're going to rough it, but we're not going to rough it too badly. So we got to have things set up the right way. After a great night in camp, the sun's coming up and it's time to go moose hunting. We make a few calls, don't hear anything, so decide to move to another area. On our way back, we see this cow standing by herself, but we're in the middle of the rut, and sure enough, hidden back in the bush is the bull. We hunt the rest of the day with no luck, but on our way back to the camp with barely enough light to see, look what's standing at the back of the bog.
There's our bull. 295 yards across the pond. He's just not quite what we need, so we're going to back off of him and let him go. So he's just looking right at us. He's turned his head again. Here he comes. Oh, la la la. Oh my God. Coming. What a nice animal. 302 yards away. Back at the camp, we got supper going. On the menu is hot Italian sausages and fried potatoes. That work for you?
Oh, work perfect, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm the cook, so you're getting what you get.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take it.
I want a tip too when we're all done this.
I'll tell you it's something cool.
Yeah. You gonna let me shoot one?
No.
No, yeah, exactly. One of the things that we did that makes life a whole lot easier is we actually strung up lights. So on our tents, we've got lights outside for cooking and lights inside for eating, which makes life a whole lot brighter and a whole lot nicer. So, time for supper.
The next morning, we're back on the bog where we saw the big bull. We make a few calls, and out comes our moose, only 10 sizes too small. This yearling bull comes straight to the call and walks so close to us that we could have patted him on the back. He's fun to watch, but he's definitely not the moose that we're looking for. The next morning, we head to a new spot, make a few calls, and right off the bat, we have a bull calling back to us.
Right there. Right there.
We move to another spot trying to see the bull. We can see him moving around in the trees, but he just will not come out into the open. We hunt the rest of the day, and with no luck decide the next morning we're going to the lake and we're going to try a new area. We get set up, make a few calls, and we can hear something coming directly towards us. But instead of it being my monster bull, out steps Mrs. Caribou. We get up the next morning to the familiar sound of rain beating down on the tents. By about lunchtime, it starts to clear off, so we dry everything off and decide that we're going to head across the river and go back into the mountains. Once we get everything across the river, we start glassing and almost immediately spot a shooter bull.
All right, we're gearing up. My moose is right up in the center of that gorge, so we've got a break in the weather. We're going to get our gear on. We're going to head up there right now. It's going to take about 2 or 3 hours to get there, but he's right there. He's this big, so here we go.
After about 3 hours of crossing through some of the worst country you can ever imagine, we were finally able to get above the bull, but all we can see is the tips of his antlers down in the brush. In Newfoundland, if you wait 5 minutes, the weather is likely going to change, and sure enough, it starts to pour and my chance of getting this bull is slipping away quickly. With the weather coming in on us hard, it's now or never. We make a quick move, get into position, and get set to take our shot.
Give it to him again. Come on. On him? Yeah. Hold it, Johnny.
All the way down to the bottom. Well, pouring down rain. Cold as hell. We've been chasing this thing for what, about 3 hours?
3 hours.
We've been on him and on him and on him. We could always see just the tips of his rack up top, but we couldn't see him. Finally, we just decided to move down, come in on him, and he's down at the bottom as big as can be. So, hardcore hunter, here we go. Holy crap. What a freaking monster. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points. What a beautiful moose. All right, here we are. Finally got it done. The rain finally stopped coming down on us. What a miserable day we had trying to get this moose. We seen it about 3 hours ago, back up in these hills. Had just a torturous trek to get up to it. The weather was good when we started, but when we got up on the hills, it came in, started pouring down rain. Just lucky that we were able to get him because we came up high. The moose was down below us. All we could see was his racks above us. But finally, Brian and I got into position, and he stepped out, and bam-o, down he goes. So I couldn't be happier. It's a beautiful moose. It's actually bigger than the one I got last year, so that's a good thing. Now it's all about gutting and cutting and hauling him out, but that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have when hunting. So. That's how a moose comes out of Newfoundland. One piece at a time. One heavy piece at a time. Alright, it's October 18th, Monday morning at around 10:15. Just waiting for a couple other guys to show up. We got everything packed up on the Argos.
Got about a 4.5 to 5 hour run in.
The next 4 hours are spent riding on the Argos, looking for moose the whole way in. It's a beautiful place and I can't wait to go hunting. But the guides keep talking about the river and they seem to be really concerned about it, and I'm about to find out why. So the only way to get across the river was to tie the 2 Argos to the J5. For those of you who don't know, a J5 is a track machine used in Newfoundland to haul wood and in the mining camps. A really tough, stable, sturdy machine, but as you're about to see, not the most reliable when it comes to water. Just when we think we've made it, the J5 stalls, leaving both Argos in the middle of the river with men, machine, and all our gear aboard.
Oh, Tim, we don't want this on TV!
Oh, put it on TV, get it all, buddy, get it all. Best part of the trip so far. Those are all our guides. If they go down, we don't have a guide for them. A little bit of quick thinking and quick movement. We got the J5 going, reattached the cable that snapped, and finally got ourselves pulled out. So no problems this time around, but something you definitely have to be careful about.
Alright, Tuesday morning, first day out. So far we've seen 3 moose, a young bull and 2 cows. It's been sunny, it's been raining, it's snowing, now it's sleet. It's been a fun day so far, it's only 2 hours into it.
The rest of the morning is spent glassing, looking for moose. We see some small bulls and a few cows, nothing that we want to shoot. We go up a little further and Cliff thinks he sees some horns in the distance, so we get set up and get ready. As it turns out, it's only a small cow by herself, so nothing that we're looking for. So we leave that moose, go up a little further, and my Newfoundland moose hunt almost comes to an end right then and there.
A little more, we'd have cut now.
Oh, if I'd have seen how big he was standing right there.
Oh, you couldn't see.
He was in the spruce.
Where I was at, I could see his rack.
Well, it was our first opportunity at a big bull, big Newfoundland bull. Wide, high, but he was with a couple cows. He caught us before we caught him. We tried to catch up on him, but he's across. Right now he's a half mile across this valley, and there's just no sense doing anything now. Except go on and look for another one. But that hurts. Let me tell you, that hurts. Right there, not 80 yards from us, off the Argo, and he's seen us before we seen him. There's just nothing we can do about it. So, back to the drawing board.
After not getting that moose, we move up top of the hill, start glassing, and wouldn't you know it, we see another bull, just as big, just as wide, standing up in the spruce. Vincent and I make a plan and start to move in on the bull. We get to about 350 yards and that's as far as we can go. The moose is staring straight at us and it's time to take the shot. I take the first shot and hit him good. I take a second shot because the one thing about moose hunting is you never stop shooting until the animal's down.
That's it. Oh yeah, I got him. Yeah. Hey, okay, you did. You did? Just the wind blowing the heart. Oh, baby. Oh, my God. You got him on. You got him on. Oh, my God. Hold on. Let me unload this gun, guys. Thinking that for one day of hunting. Yeah, just. I'm thinking for one day, 2 big bulls within an hour. How can you complain, Vincent? How can you say anything about that, buddy? And I'll tell you what, this is the way to do it. If you pan over to that hill, the top of that very hill, that highest hill, Vincent's seen this, I bet you, that's gotta be what, 2 miles, 3 miles away? It took us, I bet you a good hour, well, about an hour to get all the way over and get set up on him. Well, look at the size. You know, it's been a rough day. It's been everything from sunshine to freezing rain to snow to hail, back to sunshine and freezing rain again, but it's all worthwhile right now because we got ourselves a real nice Newfoundland moose, 17 points, well over 1,000 pounds, everything that you would want in a moose in Newfoundland. You just can't get them any bigger, any better. You know, they may have more points, they may be a little longer, a little wider, but you know, this is exactly what you come for. And when you see this, you can't turn it down. And I couldn't be happier that we were able to get this moose.